Patrick, we're going to head over to you now and switch gears. What are we cooking on this 500th episode day?
Oh, what a better way to celebrate our 500th episode than with these two guys who, to me, they don't need any introduction. As the former sports guy here with Steve Diassi and Fred Smirlis, former NFL stars, now media stars and restaurant owners, Fred and Steve Steakhouse. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning. How are you?
Congratulations.
How's things going?
It's going great. I'm so tempted to talk about the Patriots with you guys right now.
Oh, jeez. We bang our heads against the wall right now.
That's well done now.
It's well done. So, Fred and Steve, speaking of, how long have you guys been around now? Because you guys reached many milestones.
Coming up on 4 years with the restaurant.
Wow.
In March, it'll be right at 4 years, which is fantastic. We have a great reception down here in Rhode Island, wonderful people, and we got a great staff working for us, and the people at Twin River have been fantastic.
And the food. We get to test the food. And, you know, the big thing about Fred and Steve, we picked the food out. We designed the whole place. Oh, yeah. We were involved in everything, the inception of the place. You know how to go to a restaurant sometimes and someone's sitting right next to you and uncomfortable? We want it spread out. We have 300-pound chairs. Have you ever been there? The big red chairs?
Sure, yeah.
So we picked that out, and the booths being big enough to fit Steve, I, and 3 friends, so it was comfortable for families.
Or,
so
eight ordinary people.
And,
and
the portions are bigger, so we're full after them.
That's right.
All right, so what is this here that you brought in this morning?
Well, it's all about the fresh ingredients. We get the best cuts of meat. The lamb is phenomenal, and it's all the fresh ingredients. You're always going to use for the rollatini. You've got the great ricotta cheese, the spinach, the garlic, the Parmesan cheese, the olive oil, salt and pepper on everything. But it's really all about the freshest, best ingredients. We try to do a lot of local produce whenever we can. It's just about getting the best fresh ingredients and giving our wonderful chef great opportunities to make fantastic meals.
Because if you have great food and the cooked it prepared exceptionally well in large sizes, then your customers are happy. So like you said, when you come out and you have a rack of lamb or the bone-in ribeye cowboy steak premium cut, it's to die for, 22 ounces. So you may go to another steakhouse and has equal quality food, but it's not as big as Fred and Steve. No.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming in this morning. Looking forward to trying this out. Now I know how those little quarterbacks felt when these two guys were chasing them around back in the day. It's kind of scary in here. All right, more from the kitchen in a bit. Back to you.
For food, but we get stylish clothes on here. I'm wearing one of these designer dresses, and I'm cooking along with Carlos from. That's great to have you here from Fred and Steve's. It's so exciting in the kitchen to have this restaurant with us today.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're going to start with our eggplant rollatini. So what's the first thing we do?
The first thing we do, put some oil in the frying pan. Then you get this one going.
And you've already pressed that eggplant out nice and thin.
Yes, I did. You're going to get some fresh spinach, some olive oil.
This is probably one of your best appetizers, I would say.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Great reviews for everybody. A little fresh garlic.
A little garlic, okay.
Then we get some eggplant, sliced eggplant right here. Dip them in a flour. Extract all the excess of flour.
Yep.
That's the first step. You got to make sure you slice it nice and thin.
Absolutely.
Because if you make it too thick, you're not going to be able to roll it. So that's a secret.
Carlos, what else goes into our mixture that we're going to put inside besides the spinach and the garlic?
Also going to get some Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper. Get some marinara sauce, some fresh basil, and some ricotta cheese.
And once it's done, we're going to roll it all up, right?
Once it's done.
Okay.
And thanks to the magic of television, I got some already done over here.
Yep.
Next step, we're going to get some...
we're going to fill that up.
Some ricotta cheese.
Carlos, we're actually going to have you finish that up. We're actually going to plate it in our next segment while that is still cooking.
Absolutely.
So we'll check in with Carlos and with Fred and Steve from Fred and Steve's in just a minute, but now we'll send things back over to you.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're cooking with Fred and Steve Steakhouse this morning on the Road Show. Chef Carlos is here, and we're putting together the lamb. We're going to get to Fred and Steve in a minute because they're ready to eat.
Before we do that, though, we got to show, we did finish the eggplant rollatini, which is one of your best appetizers. You baked it with some nice cheese and some sauce on the top. It looks fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Pretend we just ate that. Now we move on to the main course.
We're not going to
main course. We're going to be cooking a roast rack of lamb. First step, you're going to put a little oil in your skillet. Make sure it's nice and hot. Then you're going to sear it. The reason why you sear it, so you retain all the juice. So that way, when you put them in the oven, it will stay nice and moist.
Okay.
So it retains all that juice. You're going to put a little salt and pepper.
How many people will this serve, this rack right here?
This one depends how hungry you are.
Yeah, right. I
if
think
you got
Fred
and Steve, obviously going to be one for each one. That's all you can do. But if you got one like you, you're going to have like three people like that.
Okay.
But how long do you sear it for?
You sear it for about 3 minutes each side.
Okay.
Then you give it, when you see it nice and golden brown, give it a nice spin.
Yep.
Then when you get both sides nice and brown, then you're going to finish them in the oven. Finish them in the oven for about 10 minutes.
Right.
Depends how you want to cook. If you're going to cook medium rare, 10 minutes, that's all you need.
Okay.
But it's a great, great, great dish.
What did you season it with? What did you put on it before you put it in the
Salt and pepper, that's all you need. Salt and pepper. Put oil in your pan, that's all you need. Nothing else than that, because that's such a great product. It's a domestic lamb, which is better than Australian lamb, for me at least. Because it's bigger and it's juicier.
And I know that chefs love it because it just is such a beautiful presentation when you cook up the rack like that.
It's a great product, great product.
How do you know when it's finished searing? What do you see? What do you look for?
Just for the color.
Okay.
You want for that nice crust in the outside. And when you see the nice crust, they mean it's ready for the oven.
Awesome.
All right, so
well,
through the magic of television,
we head over to the Roadshow restaurant.
we do have a little cafe set up over here.
Two of our favorite customers.
Oh, look at that, gentlemen.
Former NFL stars.
Let me set this down on the table for
Steve
you.
Diassi.
Would you like to join us? Sorry, not enough
I
food.
would like to join you.
Just her or me?
There's only enough food for Fred here, so that's the problem.
What's your food?
Chef Carlos does a wonderful job. I mean, not only the presentation, but he's just been a tremendous chef. People come from all over just because of the meals he cooks. The lamb is phenomenal. I had it Saturday night. It's just, you can't beat it. They do a great job.
He had 2 racks of lamb Saturday.
Right, yeah.
That's right.
But it's so simple. A little salt and pepper and then you sear it up.
He plated it. Tell us what he plated it with. Was there some sweet potato here? Or?
Yep, the mashed sweet potatoes and some of the broccoli. It's a beautiful presentation. Lightly fried onion rings on the top with a wonderful raspberry glaze just to finish off. A little sweet thing on top of the lamb. Some people like the mint. We do a nice raspberry glaze. Chef Carlos put that together. It tastes fantastic.
Is nice, right?
Yep.
It's not too much on there, and you can have it any way you want. But that's exactly how it comes out.
So if people have never been to Fred and Steve's before, okay?
Get out.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
If one remaining person in Rhode
Yes.
Island hasn't been and they want to pick a favorite, what's yours and what's yours to try at the restaurant?
Well, the favorite is the cowboy steak, the bone-in
How big
ribeye.
is that?
It's 22 ounce. So
I could plow through
it's the
that.
size of Danielle.
No
It's the size
problem.
of
Yeah, no problem.
I get one for
right.
appetizer too, but 22 ounce bone-in ribeye, the best steak you'll ever eat anywhere.
Okay.
We have a seafood extravaganza that has the best shrimp, king crab legs, oysters, little necks. Tremendous. It's a meal in itself, but it's served as an appetizer. Just a tremendous way to start your dinner.
But everyone has to have the corn. It's cut
Cream
fresh.
corn is
Cream
right.
corn. The corn is cut off
Every day.
off the kernels
Yep.
every day off the stalks. And it's cooked fresh every day. It's beautiful.
We got about
You sold
30
me.
seconds left. How did you guys find out so much about food from playing in the NFL?
You go around, you visit the standard procedure, visit every city you go to the best steakhouse in town, and you did it for 14 years in the NFL, 12 years in the NFL, and you find what you like, what you don't like, and we put all that together and came up with Fred and Steve's.
Cooking's my hobby. I'm Greek. And when I was a kid, before I played sport, I had an easy bake oven.
That's right.
So I got
Did you make some mad cakes?
It was a pink
Yeah.
one,
I ate
too.
everything and I ate it too.
Well, guys, thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah,
you.
great to meet both of you
Congratulations
guys.
on 500.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Glad you
Thank
could be here to
you.
celebrate
Very
it with
nice to
us.
see you
And we're going to
guys.
celebrate now by eating with these guys.
Yep.